Welcome to the HOffice ERP reservation module. In this video, we'll walk you through how to reserve finished goods from stock. This functionality is crucial for managing inventory when an order has been booked and a work order has been created against it. Once an order is confirmed and linked to a work order, the system allows you to reserve a specific quantity of stock. This ensures that the reserve item will not be available for any other orders, securing inventory solely for associated sales and work orders. The reserve stock will only be released when the sales invoice is generated, allowing for seamless order fulfillment and inventory control. Now, let's dive into the steps and show you how this works within the system. So now head over to the basic setup. Then head over to the product and service setup. Then find the config settings, click on it, and scroll down until you spot Enable Stock Reservation. This allows you to reserve stock for a specific client. Set it to Yes, and then make sure you save it. Next up, we move to the products. If you have already created a product, that's good. You can just edit it. If not, you can handle that while setting up the product. I'll open my existing product and edit it. Now, I have to scroll down to the System Information section, where I'll find an option called Allow Product Stock Reservation. Set it to Yes and save it. Now the stock reservation is enabled for this product. Now it's time to create a Performa invoice. Go to Sales, click on Performa Invoice. The Performa Invoice home screens open up. Now click on Create Performa Invoice. Fill in the necessary details such as the contact name, the date of the Performa invoice, and whatsoever details that are required from your side. Move on to the product detail page. Select the product which you have edited or created recently. Now make sure you put in the quantity. Move on to the statutory detail page. Make sure you have selected the correct correspondence address. Then go to shipping detail page and make sure the shipping address is correct, and then you can save it. Once you have created the Performa invoice, click on the Performa Invoice Approved by Customer button to confirm the approval. Once you do so, you will get a remark section. If needed, you can type in. If not, you can just save. Now you'll get an option to accept for dispatch. Accept it. Once you accept your Performa invoice for dispatch, you will get a Create Work Order option on your screen. Click on it. The window will open up to create a work order. Now fill in all the details such as work order type, contact name, branch, and created date. Double check these to avoid any mistakes. Now go to SO quantity section, click on the arrow next to the box, and the work order quantity will appear. Confirm that everything looks right. If there are any terms and conditions for the work order, fill them in now. If not, just save the work order. Now you have successfully approved the Performa invoice and created the work order for that particular Performa invoice. Once your work order is created, copy the Performa invoice number. After that, head to Work Order section under Sales, open the search option and paste the sales order number in the search bar. Fill in all the necessary details like company and the branch and make sure everything is accurate, and then hit search. Once you click search, you will see the work order list. Select the correct work order from the list. This is the one which we created earlier. Now scroll down to the line items. You will notice that the option to change reserved stock quantity has appeared. Check the box next to it, then fill in the quantity which you want to reserve in the quantity field. For example, I am reserving 20 out of 600 units from the available stock. Now save it. Once we have reserved the quantity against the work order, we'll move to the sales section. Under sales, we'll go to Performa invoice. Now I'll click on search and I'll filter the criteria. Now click on search. This will bring up the Performa invoice which I have created earlier. Now I have to create an invoice from this particular Performa invoice. So I'll click on Create Invoice option and I'll fill in the necessary details. Now I'll head over to the product detail page. Here I will check the quantity and verify everything. So on the left side of the product name there is a plus sign. I'll click on it, check the box and enter the required quantity. In this case it's 20 and then I'll save it. Once the product detail is filled, we'll move to the statutory detail page. Here, I'll fill in all my necessary details such as the credit limit days, the payment terms, the GST number, and other basic details, and then I'll save it. Once you have generated an invoice against a specific sales order, the reserved quantity of a material is released. The material reserved for that order are marked as utilized and removed from the reserved stock. Reserved goods can only be used for a specific order and customer they were initially reserved for. So this process ensures that the reserved material are allocated exclusively for their respective sales order and customers until the invoice is completed. Thank you for watching the video.